Hello everyone. Um, Sorry about the sort of long hiatus. Been a couple of days. I think it's been I actually have no idea. It's been maybe 3 days since I've last made a video on this account. Yeah, 3 days. So it's been somewhat of a long time. All I've done is I had generated enough gold, 10k gold, to build Dragon Roost. And I had completed just a couple of league battles, and I wanted to actually update that. So I mentioned near the end of my last video that with league battles, once you win one of the battles, you are able to have an option to times 10 your reward. And that option did come to me. It was in the first league, actually. I'm not the first league. I was in the second league last time, and I had finished 3 battles, had remaining 1, and I finished the last battle in, like, I think sometime around, like, maybe again like 6 hours after I finished my first 3. And then I did have the option to watch an ad to do times 10. Again, if you are an early game player, make sure you always watch the ad for times 10 reward, because that's 5,000 food for 1 battle, and eventually you're gonna have, instead of like 6 battles here in early leagues, you're eventually going to have 8 battles across the board for all leagues. And that means that, like, that means a lot of fucking food, right? I mean, that's going to be a lot of fucking food later on. One of my accounts on around level 25 is currently in league 45. So actually no, it's in league, I think, is it 45? I think I'm in league 45. And so that's around, again, 1 win is going to be 13k food, and that means 8 wins times 13k is going to be 104,000. Okay, 104,000. I think that's, 104,000. Yeah, it's 104,000. So 104,000 for just 1 league battle it's a good amount of food for literally just doing the basics, and you have the gem reward. So that is the option that you will get, I guess, shortly after you finish, the first 3 league battles in League 2. Regardless, I mean, everyone who's played this game know you eventually get the ad reward or ability to watch the ad. So yeah, sorry for going long tangent on that. That was just one of the options, and again, that's all I did from last time. I just completed more league battles, and I did miss 1 day of playing, so like just complete 1 day of inactivity on this game. Basically missing a calendar ward and a streak ward. And after that day, on the second day, pretty much, or the day after I missed 1 day, they had Dragon City. I guess Social Point does give you a AFK reward, which is, I guess, well known. I haven't AFK. I haven't experienced this myself till just the other day. They give you a reward that I included in this Google Doc, which, again, please check in the description. It's for your viewing pleasure. I will continuously update it as I play through this account. In fact, if this video series ever ends, I will most likely always just keep updating this while I play on this account casually, because I think this would be very useful. Again, I will continuously update this Google Doc. It will, as long as I'm playing this game, this Google Doc will continuously be updated, and I'll have separate Google Docs for event guides and things like that. So yeah, please check out the guide. But again, I include the information, I include the rewards that you get: 50 gems, 250k gold, I'm pretty sure, and 100k food, and a dragon. But this dragon's not worth summoning or hatching, because it's around, I think, around like 100,000 something XP, maybe 200,000. I'm pretty sure 100,000 XP, and it's not really worth hatching for me right now, especially since it would significantly raise my level. If I want that to happen, then I will definitely hatch him. Otherwise, his element is honestly not that good. His starting element, I am pretty sure, is water, if I'm not mistaken. Let me just double check. I mean, he's really not that good. I've seen a lot of players use him. Again, I think Aztec is more than enough and adequate. There's really no need for Force Servant. At most, you're gonna hatch him because you want to do well in Arena, but I will eventually reach where I'll explain that's water, which is really not that good. I'll explain my reasoning for necessarily not really caring for Arena later on. But for now, I don't recommend hatching him. But still, again, I recommend AFKing for just 1 day, and you get like very, very how do I say this, adequate rewards for simply just AFKing. So, definitely try that. Just do that one day AFK and you'll get 50 gems, which is, again, the main thing. And 100,000 food for early game players, especially considering I'm like at level 6 is amazing. That's really good. So obviously all I'm doing now is I'm just going to keep on working on my league battles. I'm just going to play more league battles. And I want to look to immediately always focus on Dragon Roost. So the next option or next step in my decision making here is to look to generate enough gold for Dragon Roost. Now early game gold revenue is most easily gained from events, because usually events for older players or players who are level 50 and higher, players with sustainable gold income from their dragons or habitats, most event goals is worthless. But for newer players, event gold, even the smallest amount to older players, is actually very significant for younger players. So I think actually that's what we're going to be looking forward to, is eventually getting access to events, as getting access to events will give us access to resources that give us gold, essentially making it much easier to get the 800,000 gold right now, because obviously my base income here is only, I think, around 25k gold a day, right? Or not a day, 25 gold max capacity here. So meaning, I have to like collect it every I don't know how many minutes, but it's not that good right now, obviously. And one thing you could do is you could theoretically upgrade habitats, and I do recommend that. I just don't recommend going for habitats that are gonna significantly level you up. For example, Flame Habitat is 25 gold. 25k XP. Even though our next level up requirement is only off 1.5k. It's 1,575. 1,575. Yeah. I like to do what I like to do in this case actually is just to build more Terra habitats, but eventually Terra habitats do get more costly, as again each consecutive habitat, each, like, let's say we bought 3 Terra habitats. On the 3rd Terra habitat, it would be significantly more expensive than the 2 previous habitats, not only to buy and purchase but also to upgrade, until you get to tokens. But again, that's too much information for now. So really there's nothing to do here. If you don't like the pace of this, what you can do is you can essentially level up. I don't recommend hatching Forest Servant, but let's say for example I wanted to level up because right now I feel like there's really nothing to do and I want to unlock more options here. What I could do is I could just literally level up the Flame Habitat, just upgrade something that is somewhat manageable, and not like explosive. Like again, Forest Servant, if you are an early game player and you hash this, that's 100k XP. That is a large amount of XP. It's more than 100k. I forgot to verify, but yeah, so just try not to do that. But again, at the same time, we want more options, because we do kind of want to look for Dragon Roost. So I'm gonna choose to upgrade here. And again, I don't want to make you feel restricted and be like, oh wow, you're taking this game too seriously. I'm watching out for most players, because I don't want most players ending up in a situation where they accidentally over level, because I've seen it too often. Even players in the level 30s, quote unquote experienced players who've been playing for a month, sometimes they'll be like, oh shoot, I'm leveling up too quickly, because they'll start realizing that their league is getting actually harder, because league really picks up around level 30, and it gets a little bit difficult from level 20 to 30, but it really picks up after 30, and then eventually once you get to 40, you start to witness empowered dragons, and it gets more complicated and complex. And I just want to sort of warn players, just be careful. Do what you want, but just be careful. So I think today's video will be very short. I'm just going to quickly complete these league battles. I wanted to, again, I'm sorry for not recording the previous league battles I committed into, but they are like from level 5, I think I was last time, to level 6. There's no change. As you can see, level 6, we're witnessing a lot of players who aren't, oh, I forgot to use, again, only use Aztec, please. Try to only use Aztec to rank him up, so that way he is more sustainable for a longer time. Okay, so yeah, again, there's not really much difference from level 5 to 6 or level 4. A lot of players still have very low level dragons, so it's all very easy. Okay, I didn't get lucky with that goddamn ads. But yeah, again, please check out the Google Doc as well. This is again all very early game information. I know some of you who are watching this video aren't actually that early into the game anymore, so I can understand, but I will continuously provide this, and eventually I might even reach a point in which the Google Doc is applicable to you. I'm sorry it's very slow. I try to update this as much as possible, or whenever I feel like I've got something to tell. But again, it's just I'm kind of also how do I say this, pacing the Google Doc with the momentum of this account, which obviously I'm purposely doing slow so that way I can gather as much information as possible. But yeah, I mean, this game is obviously just very simple. I think realistically, you know, this series is just this, it's just to help people who begin the game and also people to understand, like, oh, how come, you know, a certain thing happened, right? It's basically a way for me to help other players track progress and be able to like comprehend, like, what the fuck happened. Like, what if you're a player who's, you know, level 30, and then once you enter the level 30 leagues, you're like thinking, why the fuck is everyone so strong? Okay, well, I'm gonna place that into context. Have you been preparing a team ready to handle level 30 leagues and things like that? And again, this is a somewhat slow burn series that I don't think a lot of people will be interested in, but I will continue to make it just because I want to fully comprehend this game to a degree in which I am able to be informative and spread this information to others. I think that's really my purpose, and that's what I enjoy doing anyways. So again, just please continue to watch. Eventually I'll catch up to, you know, wherever you might be, so maybe eventually I'll be useful to you. Again, just completing league battles. I'm gonna complete this last one, and then I'll get 3 new battles, and then I won't show you it because it's pretty much all the same thing. Again, if you're the same level, your leagues are generally you're gonna face generally the same people, right? Like, same people with similar levels, but they might have different teams, but generally they're literally similar level, like player level, and similar level dragons. So it's like, it's all very, like, how do I say this, very fuck, what is the word, I guess obvious. I don't know. It's like very in your face obvious. Like, it's not something I really need to go over. So I'll just quickly do this last battle, and then I think that will be the end of today's video. I just wanted to give you an update, sort of let you see where oh yeah, this is, you know, level 6, still extremely easy. You know, dragons are barely level 10. But also kind of just letting you know about the AFK reward, because, you know, that's nice. You know, honestly, if you're a even experienced player, I'm pretty sure you can still get this reward. All you have to do is just try to, you know, stay inactive for 1 day. If you're an experienced player, 50 gems is actually a lot. Like, I don't think you realize 50 gems could buy you an ultra breeding tree when it goes on sale. Not that ultra breeding trees go on sale anymore, but still, if it did, 50 gems buys you a tree. That's amazing. So definitely try, even if you're an experienced player and, you know, you don't like this video series because it's not useful to you, I think you want to at least try to gain the AFK reward. I think 50 gems, again, is an absurd amount for just being inactive. But again, it might be an early game reward. I have no way to truly verify this except to try it on my other accounts, but I can't at the moment, mostly because my other accounts I have to play on. So, but I'll try so in the future, and I'll update the Google Doc accordingly. So again, there's not much for me to do here. I would recommend kind of conserving your gems. Again, don't spend your gems on fucking anything at the moment. At most, maybe look to upgrade your hatchery, but right now I have nothing to hatch, so I'm not even going to do it. I'm just going to save my gems, because honestly, if you could, I would recommend saving gems for this breeding mountain upgrade, because 150 gems is a lot, but plus 20% breeding speed is also a lot. Plus 20% breeding speed means it cuts down any breeding time by 1/5 of it, right? So if like a breeding time took 60 minutes for a dragon, you cut that down by 12 minutes, meaning it only takes 48 minutes to finish the breed now. And that might not seem like a lot, but again, that's only a small amount. If we're talking about breeds that take days, like Cosmic Detonation Dragon, 20% is actually a significant amount of time over a long period of time in continuous breeding. So again, definitely save your gems to look for that, or, you know, you can save up gem upgrades, or also the hatchery upgrades, definitely viable as well. Nothing else to spend your gems on. Anyway, that's going to be the end of today's video. Again, very short and sweet, not very useful information today, but again, as I level up and I am able to witness more things, I will explain and further elaborate on certain things. Again, things to be looking forward to are Dragon TV ads becoming available, and probably me just trying to test the level up and see how much I can level up without, you know, feeling, oh, my league is catching up in terms of restriction. And I also will try to understand when events are unlocked, and I will again all of this information will eventually be put onto the Google Doc, so you don't have to watch these videos, just watch out for my Google Doc. I'll always update that. Thank you so much, and have a great day.